But hey, I got to tell you what's in our air. I've had a lot of people ask me just over the last few days, and we still have mountain cedar pollen, which is what's common this time of year to see in our air whenever we're looking at pollen counts. But elm and ash now at a high count. Also, those are other tree pollens in the air, and fungus is at a low count. So it's that time of the year. We're looking at the calendar towards the end of February into early March is when mountain cedar season starts to taper off. But at that point, other types of trees start to bloom, that including the eastern red cedar. So even though we'll still say mountain cedar, we're generally talking about a different species. So you'll likely still see that in the pollen charts. If you're sensitive to cedar, any kind of juniper tree, you're going to be running into some of those issues. So during this pollen season, we're going to see some of the tree pollen start to overlap. So it'll be included with that pollen count. It's just all going to be combined. Just know that this week our pollen count is high for trees, and it's all thanks to that consistent southerly wind. Greg mentioned it. We've had some pretty breezy wind gusts out of the south. That's where a lot of our trees are. That's going to rattle up the trees. It's going to shake up that pollen and transport it into North Texas. And even with our wind shift tomorrow, we're still expecting some moderate to high levels. So here's your forecast for the pollen the next several days. If you have been suffering the last couple of days, plan on it being the same today on your Wednesday. Thursday, still looking at a high count, but we do have that wind shift tomorrow thanks to the front. It's going to help drop levels just a tad, but not all that much. Still considered moderate Friday, Saturday. But on Sunday, when we have that return of a strong southerly wind, those levels are going to go right back up into the high category. So just beware. You might be needing those allergy meds. A few tips: wash your hands, wash your face anytime you spend an extended period of time outside. Kara, we'll eventually get through it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's giving my Flonase a run for its money.
I'm
Thanks,
feeling it
Mario.
too.